I'm really sorry if you hear music in the background. My neighbor is a fucking arsehole! I'm really sorry, but come on guys, this film isn't that bad.
I'm sorry.
Age of Ultron is definitely the worst Avengers movie, but the word worst doesn't really say that it's a bad film. It's actually a pretty good film. It's just the other three are better, and that's okay. So in honor of this, I'm gonna mix it up a bit. I'm gonna talk about the good stuff and the things I like first. First of all, the opening shot of all our heroes lining up is beautiful. It looks like a desktop background. Age of Ultron is actually such an important part of the Marvel Universe. You get the introduction of so many new characters, including Vision, one of the most powerful people in all of Marvel. And you also get a lot more information on the Infinity Stones, mainly the Mind Stone. You even get a couple of teasers of the Infinity Gauntlet as well, especially in the post-credit scene.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
This is easily Hawkeye's best movie. I don't care what any of you say. He got screwed over hard in the first film. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if anyone even cared about him until this movie, but he's got such an integral role now, he really feels like an Avenger. You also get a much deeper look into his character, sometimes for too long, but we'll get into that later. Speaking of characters, we get to see much more of Maria Hill, probably her biggest role in any movie. I feel like this is a very unpopular opinion, but she's actually one of my favourite characters in the whole Marvel Universe, and seeing her have more lines is a great thing to see. She's also a great thing to see. You also get the introduction of Claw, played by who I believe is one of the greatest actors alive today, Andy Serkis. The last thing that I really like is Ultron's personality.
Thor. You were bothering me.
He's probably one of the more sadistic villains in the Marvel Universe, but he has this really sarcastic tone in his voice that makes everything just seem like a mild inconvenience. Alright, that's all the good stuff out of the way, let's talk about the bad stuff. On the theme of introducing characters, Age of Ultron introduces Scarlet Witch, aka nobody's favourite superhero. Aaron Taylor-Johnson also plays Quicksilver because apparently he wanted to play an actual superhero this time. But I think we can all agree that these two people cannot hold an Eastern European accent to save their fucking life. At the current point in the MCU, Elizabeth Olsen has essentially just given up and she's basically changed Wanda's fucking nationality.
Language.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson is so bad that when he dies at the end of the film, I'm pretty sure most people were relieved and sad. The jokes are far too much.
It's good talk.
No, it wasn't.
The only one that really made me laugh is this scene.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Also, the pacing is all over the place. They essentially spend a third of the runtime at Hawkeye's holiday home, just chilling. Guys, you know Ultron is out there assembling a robot army, right? Oh, no, it's okay, you just keep chopping wood. There's a lot of scenes in the movie that just put the audience to sleep. Like, we came here to watch an Avengers movie, not to see Thor take a bath. Whenever this guy is in a Marvel movie, the pacing slows down to a grinding halt. On to my next point. This! What the fuck is this? I feel like I am the only person in the goddamn universe that has a problem with this. There is a 17-year difference between them. That's the equivalent of Scarlett Johansson being born while Mark Ruffalo is halfway through his fucking BTEC. The rest of the stuff is kind of just nitpicky, but it still takes you out of the movie. Like this scene. Steve is hanging off a door, Ultron blows off the door, yet Steve flies straight up, still going at the same speed of the lorry. Lands back on the door, which is somehow in this position now, even though the hinges are there. But there's a lot of other stuff, but I'd be here all day if I'd listened to them all. The last thing I want to say is, why do we not hear the Avengers theme until the last 30 seconds of the movie? I don't know, it would have been nice to hear one of the world's most recognised soundtracks a bit more, but whatever, what does my opinion matter? So after all that, I realised that the bad stuff I mentioned really do outweigh the good. But at the end of it all, it's still an enjoyable movie. If you're in it just for the movies and to have a good time, you're still gonna have fun. By any means whatsoever, it is definitely not a bad movie. It just has a few issues that don't quite make it as groundbreaking as the other three. 6.2 out of 10. And my character of the movie award goes to Claw. He's only in the movie for like 2 minutes, but I mean, it's South African Gollum, what more could you want?